Hey guys, it's Chris with Double Eagle Gunworks today, and we're going to be talking about your grips. A lot of guns, they're available to be able to change your grips out, put something that's a little more custom on the gun, and it's usually not a very complex process to go through to change out your grips. It's usually something that most people can do themselves. Sometimes it's just as simple as taking out a screw in the grips, or other times it may just be you drop the magazine and the grip slides right off. So I've got a couple of guns here. I'm going to show you some of the options that are available to be able to change out your grips. Most revolvers, you can change out the grips on the revolver to put wooden grips. This one comes with just some plastic grips that have some stippling on it to give it a little bit of texture. This is the Ruger Wrangler that just came out a few years ago, and there's some other grips that are available for this gun, so you can change them out and personalize the gun a little bit more. And to change out the grips on this one, you just need a screwdriver. It's a flathead screwdriver to be able to take out this screw here on the right side of the gun. So you just take it loose, and you want to make sure that you use a screwdriver that is the right size for the gun or for the screw, because you don't want to mess up the screw on the grip. And once you take the screw out, then the two scales come right off. On the other side, there is a nut that is embedded into the grip that you can just pop that out using a punch from the inside of the grip. You can just push out the bolt or the nut head so that when you get your new grips that you can put that back on there. So to put them back on, you just reverse the process. And if you were going to do a thorough cleaning of your gun, then you could also take the grips off to be able to clean the mainspring and everything here on the revolver. But to put them back on, it has some notches that you line back up to get everything lined up in there, and it just goes right back in place. Then you take your screwdriver and tighten it back up. You don't want to over tighten it, but so pretty easy to swap those out. So there's other grips, like I said, that are available. You can go wood. There could be some more decorative looking polymers that are out there now. There's a lot of different grip materials available to be able to kind of customize your gun, make it look like how you want to. Okay, so this is the Ruger SR22, and you can get different grips for this gun. It comes with one that's a little bit flatter like this, and then one that has the bigger hump on the back of it. For me, I like the one that's got a little bit bigger hump on the back because it fits my hand better, and it works pretty well. But it's pretty simple to change this one out. Just drop the magazine and then just grab the grip, and you just pull it off the gun. It just kind of clicks in place. Right here it's got a little notch that it slides over, so you can slide on the other grip. You just line up the notches here and then just slide that on, and it clicks back on there and goes over the little stops that are up on the frame, and you're able to change out the grip. But like I said, this one is a little bit small for me, so to get it back off, you just kind of wiggle it. And it's a little bit tougher on this one because it hadn't been taken off as much. Just slide it back off, and then slide the other one back on and click it in place. So back to how you wanted to use it there, and then put the magazine back in, and you're ready to go. So with this one, you got these two options available. and there may be other aftermarket grips that you can get to go with this gun as well. But these two come with the gun to be able to fit your hand a little bit better if you got smaller or larger hands. Now, with other semi-autos, like with the some of the SIG guns that have the polymer frames, the grips are all made the same. Everything's made in one piece, so you can't change out anything. But you can get different grip modules that are small, medium, and large. Like for the SIG P320, you can get different size grip modules to make it fit your hand better. And then there's also, you can just do a wrap on the around the grip to make it fatter or give it more texture to be able to get a better grip on the gun. So this HK45 here, it comes with two different back straps. As you can see, this one's a little bit flatter than this one is here, and it's pretty simple to change out the back strap on this one, and that's the only part on this gun that you can change out. But you just want to make sure that the mainspring doesn't have any tension on it, so make sure the gun is clear, and then go ahead and, since you know it's clear, press the trigger to release the tension on the mainspring, and then you take a punch that's the size of the roll pin that's in the bottom of the grip here, and there's just a little hole here in the bottom where the roll pin is at. You take and push that roll pin out the other side, take that off, and then you can slide off the back strap and put on the other one if you wanted to swap them out. So that makes the grip on it a little bit flatter than it was originally, but with the size of my hands, I like the larger grip a little bit better. So you just slide that one back on, and then you take the roll pin and push it back in there, and take the punch and just line it back up into the frame there. Make sure it's even on both sides, and the gun's ready to go. Now, I had someone that wanted to do a transfer, so they sent me a Glock 19X that he's going to be coming and picking up in the next few days. But when this gun ships, it actually comes with several different back straps that are available, different textures on the back strap, and then also different amounts of beaver tail that you can get here on the back of the gun. So if you wanted to make the beaver tail come out a little bit further to protect your hand more from the slide, then you can change that out and put those in there. But on this one, it's just the back straps that can be changed out as well. You can't, there's nothing with the front or the sides that are changeable on this one. So you would just read the instructions that comes with the gun itself, and it would tell you what you needed to pull out to be able to change them. But there's a roll pin right there that looks like you would push that out, and then the back strap would just slide off the back of the gun just like it did on the HK. Okay, so another option with the polymer guns, if you don't like the texture of that come on the gun itself, you can have somebody stipple the gun for you to make the texture a little bit rougher to be able to get a better grip on it, and that just means that they would take something that's like some kind of burning tool that has a point on it and actually melt the frame a little bit around the gun to roughen it up a little bit more. But you need to have somebody that knows what they're doing do that for you. So either a gunsmith or somebody that specializes in doing modifications to the grips because if you go too far, then you weaken the grip on the gun, and you've just messed up that gun that you just spent all that money on to be able to not be, and you wouldn't be able to use it anymore. So if you do something other than just changing out the few little parts that are changeable on the guns themselves, if you're going to do something more elaborate, have somebody make a custom grip or something for you, then get somebody that knows what they're doing to be able to do that for you, so that you don't mess up your gun and make it just a paperweight. So you check out doubleeaglegunworks.com for more information on grips and the different materials that are available, and like and subscribe down at the bottom. We'll check you later.